And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and today I'm going to give you I'm going to run down my first quarter TPT income report because, it's the end of April and I'm really behind. So anyway, humor me. I'm going to give you January, February, March income report all smushed together so that you can see where I am exactly with the Angry Teacher store. If it's your first time here, thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoy the visit. Make it till the end of the video for me and then just peruse the channel to see what speaks to you. And if you've been here before, I love you to death. Thank you for being part of the Angry Teacher fam. Continue to support as I continue to support all of you. I welcome anyone who has a comment, a concern, something, just talk to me. Hey, I respond, all right? In any case, let's get into this because I know you want to know what I made for the last quarter, and I've got some stuff to tell you. All right, let's get into it. First off, the lighting sucks. I don't know what's going on. It is, I think, 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, and for some reason, there is no light coming in. It's like 100 degrees today, they said, and we're still not seeing the light. Now it's sunny outside, but nothing is coming in this direction. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully you can still see me and everything works out. My ring lights, they're here, working overtime, and you can't see a difference. I don't know. Just bear with me, all right, guys? So January of last year, my views were 2,511. My conversion rate was 6.6%, and then my unit sold was 166 items. My income last year, 2023, was $1,390. And that was phenomenal for me. I think that's the most I made for the entire quarter of 2023, quarter one, and that was amazing. Great way to start the year, right? February of last year, 2023, I had 1,807 views, 7.3 conversion rate. I sold 132 items, and $950 was what I made. Now, I am impressed that I sold that many items because it's a short month and not much happens in February. There's a holiday, there's Valentine's Day, and it's Black History Month. And those things, people already have in their mind what they're going to do. So I sold a couple of things and it kind of paid off for me last year. But you can see the number of units sold went down dramatically from the beginning of the year to February. March of last year, 2023, I had 2,241 views. I had a conversion rate of 7.5% and 171 units were sold. So my units sold went up again, my views went up again, and my conversion rate went up a little bit. I made $1,148. So it went up from February. So once again, February, it's a shorter month and everybody's already made up in their mind what they're doing with it. There's a holiday that comes in terms of, I think it's President's Day. Isn't that January? I don't know. There's a holiday somewhere in there. And I think we had PD days and a whole bunch of stuff going on. So that was the least amount made for the 3 months of the first quarter of last year. So, overall, my total views were 6,559. Units sold were 469, and my earnings were 3,488 for the first quarter of 2023. Woo, woo. That was a lot for me, and I am very grateful. I did not expect to have that extra cash come in, and it really helped. All right, so let's look at 2024. That's why you're here, right? Let's get into it. This year, January, my views were 3,353. So it went up a lot from last year, January. My conversion rate was 5.8%. Went down from last year. And my earnings were 1,404. So it went up from last year. And I will give you a spoiler alert. It was the highest I made for the 3 months in this quarter. All right. So January's are my thing. I need to invest some more stuff and get some more stuff out in January. For some reason, I make money then. I need to keep that going all year round, but you know, it is what it is. February of this year, February of 2024, I had 2,294 views. It went up from last year, so that was encouraging, or is encouraging. I had 5.4% conversion rate. That went down. I don't know what's going on. And I sold 123. Oh, did I tell you how many units I sold for January? I didn't, did I? For January, I sold 195 units. Not even 200. I mean, come on, guys. 5 more units? Come on. Anyway, I sold 195 items in January. In February, and I sold 123 items. So it went down from last year. It went a whole lot down from January. But, you know, I sold units. I'm just grateful regardless. My income, my earning was $832. So it was less than last year and a whole lot less than January. Once again, February seems to be one of my Achilles heels. For the regular months, I know the summer is going to be worse. So I'm grateful for February. Thank you, February. March of 2024, I had 2,704 views. So people are seeing my stuff. Like sometimes when I get up in the morning, I would check to see the app. Not the first thing, but in the mornings I would check the app, and I get up real early, and I would have had some views. So I'm assuming it's worldwide. So because most of us in America are either sleeping at that point or working at that point, but people are looking. So I have the views. So I am just grateful that it went up, and hopefully it keeps going up and people are still paying attention to what I'm doing. 4.8 was my conversion rate, 4.8%. That's the lowest I've had in a while. I don't know what's going on. March was really different. I sold more items than I did in February though, so it went up. Well, it's 132 items sold, and that's more than February was, but still less than January. And it's less than last year's March. So something is going on and it's getting on my nerves. It needs to end because I need to go back to normalcy, all right? Lastly, my earnings were $810. It went down from last year, like about $300 down. So it's really bothering me at this point, okay? I don't know what the problem is. I'm still gonna trudge on, but it's just disheartening a little bit. But here we are. So overall, for this quarter, 2024, January through March, views, 8,351 eyes got on my product. Units sold. How many items were shipped off to somebody else? They downloaded 450. I love it. And earnings, 3,046. If you've noticed, you noticed. I went down. So here's the overalls. My views went up 1,792. So I am, once again, the eyes are getting there. I don't know if I should lower prices, change prices, just be happy that people are probably looking and probably wish listing. But the views are there. It literally went up 1,700 points. Units sold went down 19. So I didn't sell 19 items. Does it bother me a lot? Not necessarily, because it's only 19 items. But if, you know, the previous year I sold bundles, 19 bundles, or however many bundles, that was probably what's affecting my bottom line. And so I need to figure something out along those terms. And lastly, last year's first quarter versus this year's first quarter, I am down $442. So last year I made $400 more than I did this year. I am not, and that's why I like doing these income reports, because it gives me a little bit perspective. Now it forces me to sit there and look at my data, because that's something I never find time for. And so when I'm making the videos, I'm forced to do it. With that said, now I know that I knew that my numbers were down. I didn't know by how much. Now I know it's by how much. And I'm not too sore about it, because it's not as bad as I thought it was. Because when I saw February not doing anything, like basically just sitting there. Some days I'd go and there's no ka-ching anywhere. I'll check my phone at the end of the day to see the app. Nothing would be there. I'm like, what is going on? But at least now I have numbers. Now it tells me a little bit of this is where you are, this is what you made, and whatever. So I like doing these reports, even if nobody watches it. It's for me to watch later and to compare to the following year. So thank you guys for being along my journey. Takeaways for this quarter versus last quarter. I'm looking for a way, and if you guys know, please drop it down below and let me know. Drop it down below. Drop it in the comments and let me know. How can I change prices for an entire category? I refuse to believe that TPT will have us go by individual resource to lower or heighten the price, to change prices. There's got to be a way that, for example, I have one of my categories is poetry, or one of my categories is short stories. If I wanted to change the price of all my short story resources, I would have to do them individually. I mean, I have a lot of resources. We've got to figure something out. If you do know a way that I can do them all at once, or a more efficient way than doing one per how many minutes, please let me know. Drop it down below, please. Takeaways: if you build it, they will come. Eventually, eyes will get out there on your products. So yes, I have to make tweaks and think about what I need to do differently, but TPT is still a thing, thankfully. Whatever is going on in the climate of America and society at this point, what's happening wherever it hasn't, it has affected education, has affected TPT, has affected us. The economy, whatever else is happening, has been troubling for us as TPT sellers. However, it's not too bad that I can't still consider this a business slash side hustle slash something I should keep doing. So I'm still empowered, I'm still energized, I'm still going to keep making products because one, I love creating products. Now some of them, and because I do ELA, I can't teach every book, short story, poem ever written, but I just like making the resource for other teachers who are using those things. So whether I ever use these or not, for example, I just finished a 6th grade short story unit. I haven't taught 6th grade in like 20 something years. However, it was fun reading that resource again and getting into, thinking like a teacher for 6th grade. For 6th grade boys and 6th grade girls. It was just so much fun trying to do. So, my takeaway, just keep doing what you're doing. Eventually the eyes will come, and with those eyes we can hopefully look forward to the bucks coming with those views, those eyes. Hang in there, guys. We're in this together. Summer's coming. Hopefully the new year finds money's coming back into our coffers, so we can actually make some sales from people who have money in their coffers. Hopefully things turn around. Hopefully people need us again. Hopefully we have a great August. We're coming to summer, so I expect to have nothing going on. So I'm just going to keep going to workshops, I'm not going to TPT this year because it's in person. Can you imagine? Who does that anymore? So there's no virtual, and that's bothersome. However, I'm going to try to do Teacher Seller Summit with Lauren Fulton and whatever else I can find, and still do my regular stuff for work and make some resources from those. But I'm just making resources and killing it during the summer, so August we'll have something good going on. 2024 quarter 4 will not be like quarter 1. In a couple of months when we check this video, let's see if it did do something to quarter 1. All right, in any case, guys, I love y'all. How did you do this first quarter? Let me know in the comments below. We'll start a conversation. Love y'all. Check out the next video.